I want you to think about a moment from your past, a specific one, not a vague feeling, a real moment, a face, a room, a conversation that changed you, a day you wish you could go back to, a moment you wish had never happened. Hold it in your mind. Now here is what physics says about that moment. It hasn't ended. Right now, as you sit here, as you read this, as you breathe, that moment still exists, fully, completely, as real as the moment you are living right now, not as a memory, not as an echo, as a physical fact encoded into the geometry of the universe. The idea that the past is gone is one of the greatest illusions the human brain has ever produced. And according to Einstein's theory of special relativity, according to the mathematics that has been tested, confirmed, and used to build every GPS satellite orbiting this planet, the past, the present, and the future all exist simultaneously, right now. Today we are going to look at time the way Richard Feynman would look at it. Not as something that flows, not as something that passes, but as a dimension, as real and as permanent as the 3 dimensions of space you can see and touch. And when you understand what physics actually says about the past, you will never think about memory, regret, or loss the same way again. Let's start with the physics, with the thing itself. In 1905, Einstein published his theory of special relativity. Most people know the famous result, E equals mc squared. But buried inside the same paper is a consequence that is far stranger and far less discussed. There is no universal now. Here is what that means. Imagine you and a friend are standing on a train platform. A bolt of lightning strikes both ends of the platform at exactly the same moment. You both see the flashes simultaneously. You both agree the 2 events happened at the same time. Now imagine your friend is on a train, moving at a significant fraction of the speed of light. From the train's perspective, because the train is moving toward one bolt and away from the other, the light from the 2 bolts reaches your friend at different times. To your friend on the train, the 2 events did not happen simultaneously. One happened before the other. Both of you are correct. There is no physical experiment that can prove one of you is wrong. Simultaneity, the idea that 2 events happen at the same time, is not a universal fact. It depends on where you are and how fast you are moving. This is not a trick of perception. This is not a limitation of measurement. This is a mathematical consequence of the universe we live in. And here is where it gets terrifying. If there is no universal now, if different observers can legitimately disagree about what is happening at this moment, then there is no universal division between past, present, and future either. Physicists call the consequence of this the block universe. In the block universe, time is simply the 4th dimension of space-time. The past, the present, and the future are all equally real. They all exist, the same way that left and right and up and down all exist simultaneously in space. You are not moving through time. You are a 4-dimensional object extended through space-time, and what you experience as now is simply the slice of space-time your consciousness happens to be reading at this moment. The past is not behind you. It is beside you. Let me give you a thought experiment that will make this real. This was devised by physicist Roger Penrose, and it is one of the most disturbing demonstrations of what relativity actually implies. Imagine 2 people standing on a street. One is walking toward the Andromeda galaxy, just a normal person, walking at a normal walking pace in the direction of Andromeda. The other is walking away from Andromeda. The difference in their speeds relative to Andromeda is tiny, less than 2 meters per second. But here is the consequence. Due to the relativity of simultaneity, what counts as now on the Andromeda galaxy, 2.5 million light years away, is different for each person by several days. For the person walking toward Andromeda, their now on that galaxy is days ahead of the person walking away. This is not a philosophical argument. This is a direct mathematical consequence of special relativity. The same mathematics that makes your phone's GPS accurate. What does this mean? It means that on the Andromeda galaxy right now, there may be a civilization making a decision, launching a spaceship, or choosing not to. For one person walking down your street, that decision has already been made. For the other person, it hasn't happened yet. Both are equally correct about what is now. If simultaneity is that fragile, if now can shift by days just because of how fast someone is walking, then the past and the future are not real boundaries. They are perspectives. They are coordinates, and coordinates don't disappear. Now here is where Richard Feynman enters. Feynman developed something called the path integral formulation of quantum mechanics. And it says something about the past that is, in my view, even more remarkable than the block universe. In classical physics, a particle travels from point A to point B along one path. You can calculate that path. You can predict it. Feynman showed that this is wrong. In reality, a quantum particle doesn't travel one path. It travels every possible path simultaneously. It goes the short way, it goes the long way. It goes backward in time, forward in time, through walls, through galaxies, every path, all at once. And then, here is the crucial part. All those paths interfere with each other. The paths that are similar reinforce each other. The paths that are wildly different cancel each other out. And the result, the single path that appears to emerge in our world, is the sum of the entire history of every possible path the particle could have taken. What does this mean for the past? It means the past is not erased. It is encoded. Every particle in your body carries the complete mathematical record of every path it has ever taken, every interaction, every collision, every quantum event in its entire history. The present state of every atom in the universe is a function of its entire past. The past is not stored in memory. The past is stored in matter. In the physics of Feynman, the universe keeps a perfect record of everything, not as information you can retrieve with a machine, but as the state of the present, which is entirely mathematically determined by the complete history of what came before. Nothing is ever truly erased. The past is compressed into the present, the way a tree compresses every year of its growth into its rings. Here is what Feynman would say about all of this. Feynman had very little patience for comfortable illusions. He said repeatedly that the first principle is that you must not fool yourself. And the most seductive illusion the human mind produces is the feeling that the past is gone. We feel it physically. We feel time moving. We feel things ending. We feel loss as something that corresponds to reality, something that happened in the world, not just in our minds. But the physics says otherwise. The feeling that time flows, that the past disappears behind us like scenery through a train window, is a product of consciousness, not a property of the universe. The universe does not experience time. The universe simply is, four-dimensional, complete, unchanging in its totality. What we call the present is just a moving spotlight. It doesn't create reality as it moves forward. Reality is already there. The spotlight just illuminates it. Your childhood still exists in space-time. The moments you have loved and lost still exist. Not as memories. Memories can fade, distort, disappear, but as space-time coordinates, fixed, permanent, as real as the chair you are sitting in. Einstein himself understood this. When his lifelong friend Michele Besso died in 1955, Einstein wrote a letter to the Besso family. He wrote, "Now he has departed from this strange world a little ahead of me. that means nothing. People like us who believe in physics know that the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Einstein wrote those words 5 weeks before he died. He was not offering comfort. He was stating a physical fact. So go back to the moment you were thinking of at the beginning of this video. The face, the room, the conversation. Physics says that moment is still there. Not in your mind, not in a photograph, in the geometry of space-time itself, at a specific set of four-dimensional coordinates that exist as permanently as any point in space. You have moved away from it. Your consciousness has moved forward along the dimension of time, but the moment has not moved. It cannot move. Space-time coordinates are fixed. The past isn't behind you, it's beside you, permanent, complete, real. And somewhere in the equations, in the path integrals and the space-time diagrams and the mathematics that Richard Feynman spent his life perfecting, every moment you have ever lived is still happening right now.